Hello and welcome to this special Christmas edition of Under the Covers with the Beatles. I'll be looking at Christmastime is Here again. See if anybody out there has bothered to cover that. They have. And also I'll be looking at the solo Christmas songs that the Beatles did. And let's be honest, they're more famous. Anyway, let's get on with it. Oh, thumbnail! Hello and welcome to Under the Covers with the Beatles. Thank you for joining me. Before I start, I have had quite a few new subscribers recently, quite a few. So just a quick reminder of what I tend to do in this series. I don't want you to disappear when I tell you this. I'm going through every single Beatles album track by track and I'm trying to find the best cover version of it. With your help we can find better ones because I'm only one man and I'm the only person doing this right now. It's not the only thing I do on this channel. I do every now and then have a little moan. You know me, I like to have a little moan. Most of the time. Before I continue, just a quick note. If anything is muted, that's because I get copyright claims and every now and then I have to mute a certain part of the video. So sorry about that. I do put all the links in the description, so go and check them out if you're actually interested in hearing them. I hope you are. Also, if you like what I'm doing here, please do just take a few seconds to like and subscribe. It really makes me feel all warm inside. So my idea, seeing as I had so little time, was just to, as I say, not do my mega research, but just to go, okay, who do I know who's famous on that list? Let's listen to that. Okay, it's good. I'll share it. But when it came to the John Lennon Happy Christmas, War Is Over, I learnt something. So I'm going to show you, aren't I? But first let's start with Christmastime Is Here Again, recorded in 1967 for the Beatles fan club. But I didn't hear it until Free As a Bird. It's track 4 on the Free As a Bird single. This was a really good single at the time because obviously you got Free As a Bird, but also you got I Saw Her Standing There and This Boy. 2 different outtakes that weren't on the anthology album, if I remember correctly. Am I remembering correctly? So for the sake of time, I'm just going to play them to you. I'm not going to announce each one, but obviously you'll see who it is. You'll be surprised by the first one. I was. Here they are. Now on to the Paul McCartney Christmas classic, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reggae. Of course not. As if to prove that I have done no research for this. Just doing it now, aren't I? So, 1 second. Okay, so Wonderful Christmas Time was released in November 1979. 10 days later, it was released in the US as well. It didn't chart in America, so screw you guys. It did very well in Great Britain, so, you know, well done us. It's one of my favourite Christmas songs, not just because Paul McCartney sang it, but I just like it, so sue me. I always like the boom, 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 bang, bang, bang. And that's exactly how it sounds. So, God, I'm good. Anyway, here's 3 cover versions that are okay. Actually, I will mention one of the cover versions. It's the first one you'll hear. It's Beatallica. And I've always been wondering, should I include Beatallica when it comes to the songs that they have covered? Should I include them? If you don't know who Beatallica are, they're a mix between the Beatles and Metallica. And their initial output was, they even changed the words, but it was always the tunes, heavily influenced by Metallica though, cover versions of Beatles songs. And then when they got really famous, the Beatles went, hey, no, you cover it properly with our words, because you know the Beatles are really cool. So anyway, here's Beatalica, followed by two others, doing the words properly because they have to, because the Beatles gave them a slap on the wrist.
Ooh, the road is red, the spirit's up, we're here tonight, and that's enough. Simply having a wonderful Christmas time. Simply having a wonderful Christmas time. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding ding.
I wasn't sure about including that Gary Barlow one there, mainly because my missus said, oh, don't include that, it's shit. But I did it, because she does not control me. After much deliberation, I have come to the conclusion that Happy Christmas, War Is Over is my favourite Christmas song in popular music. My actual favourite Christmas song is Silent Night. I know, it's weird, right? But it's beautiful, and it makes me think of Christmas. So when I was trying to find cover versions of Happy Christmas, brackets, War Is Over, I always use a website called secondhandsongs.com. I always put it in the description. It's not the only place I look, but it's the main one. I'm very lazy. When I was looking there, it had loads and loads of people as the writers of this song. And I was like, huh, what are you on about? John Lennon was there, of course, and for some reason Yoko Ono. But they're the two that you'd expect. But no, there was a list of names, and I was like, oh, what's going on there? Back in the 1940s, an artist called Woody Guthrie, he wrote a song called Skewball. It's all about a racehorse that was an underdog. I've listened to this and I really can't hear anything, but I guess it's all part of the song's journey. So here's that.
Way out in California, where a shoe-ball was born.
In 1954, a guy called Johnny Ace released a song called Pledging My Love. And this sounds more like Happy Christmas, War Is Over. Did Lennon hear this? How is this? I don't know how this is actually connected to Skewball because the lyrics are different. Like I said, I've done very little research, but this was all in the same section on secondhand songs. So here's that. This version I'm showing you, by the way, is from 1958, where they added some backing singers. It's my preferred version, so that's why I'm showing it to you.
Forever, my darling, our love will be true, always and forever.
So the melody's been set now. Then in 1966, and this is possibly, definitely the one that Lennon would have heard, it's the Hollies and their cover version of Skewball. Here's that.
He never drank water, he always drank wine.
So anyway, yeah, that's what I learned today, is that it's almost not an original composition, almost. I'm still going to give, Lennon the kudos. I'm so cool. There were loads of cover versions of this particular track, more than the Paul McCartney track. I don't know what that says. I think we know what it says. We know what it says. So I have 4 recommendations for you from some very famous people. Probably why it's going to get muted. Enjoy.
Another year older, and a new one just begun.
So this is Christmas. I hope you have fun.
Let's hope it's a good one. Oh yeah, without any fear.
And lastly now, George Harrison. Oh, hang on a minute. Lastly, I think you'll find there's a a fourth member of the Beatles, Paul. I think you've overlooked Ringo Starr. I have not overlooked him. So, lastly now, George Harrison. I don't think it's strictly a Christmas song, but it's a New Year's song. It's a New Year's song. And you know how everybody at the end of the year, they all get together and they do the Auld Lang Syne? I bloody hate Auld Lang Syne. And I really wish that this was adopted instead. It's called Ding Dong Ding Dong by George Harrison. And there's not many covers of it. No one likes it. It's just me and these two guys. So here's Ding Dong Ding Dong.
Ring out the old, ring in the new. Ring out the old, ring in the new.
Ring out the bells, ring in the true. Ring out the old, ring in the new.
And that's it. Thank you very much. You have reached the end of the video. Not many people do make it this far, so if you are here, you are one of few. So let's just get comfortable, just have a chat. Oh, I knocked the camera. There you go. I knocked the camera at the end of the video. That's just what I do. Oh, so what you been up to? Much? Ah, yeah. I put a Christmas song out that I wrote years ago, but I put it out on YouTube and no one's watching it. I even tried to entice people that I've ripped off the Beatles a little bit in that song. Tried to entice people to go there and try and figure out what Beatles song it was, and no one has decided to do that. But you've made it to the end of this video, so maybe that'll be you. But who knows? Who knows? Anyway, I'm not going to be doing another episode of Under the Covers this year. I will pick it up again in the new year. I want Christmas off, if that's all right. No one's going to be watching this during Christmas anyway. No one watches it now. So, I like this. I like this little alone time that we have. Anyway. Have a great Christmas. And I'll see you next year.